Hey guys, this is ProofWLSWorks. I am your vlogger today on Saturday, sunny day, otherwise known as Anne. Um, so the topic for today is the our favorite foods, and I think this is a really interesting topic because when it comes down to it, I'm sort of a foodie. I always have been. I had to do a little soul searching with this topic because I realized that I don't really have a favorite food anymore. And I think that's kind of a good thing. Um, so, pre-op, my favorite foods were pretty much anything with melted cheese. It's crazy. I had like a texture thing with melted cheese, nachos, pizza, a lot of Mexican food. And in fact, there was a girl that I worked with who was 10 years older than me, who remembered me not by my name or what I looked like or anything else, but the fact that um, she remembered me always eating nachos. So, forward 10 years later, I'm now 20, she's 30, and she remembered babysitting me at 10 years old because I used to make nachos all the time in the microwave. So, yeah, those were my favorite foods pre-op. And they were trigger foods. They were foods that I couldn't stop eating. I would just continue, and I do think it was a texture thing. I think it was a comfort thing. That smothering, you know, when you melt cheese, it just covers everything. And I think that I desperately, in some corner of my psyche, wanted to be, you know, covered and held and smothered in that same way. So, yeah, I could get really deep and philosophical on that, and I'm not going to. But anyway, so post-op, it's been mostly about getting the protein in. I'm 4 months post-op, and now I'm trying to get vegetables in. I'm more concerned with, you know, getting enough vegetables in. I'm trying to slide in some berries if I can, some fruit. But it is still, ultimately, it comes down to protein, to getting that minimum 80 grams of protein a day. For the least, getting the most bang for my caloric buck, if you will. Every gram of protein is 4 calories. So, generally what I shoot for is 200 calories at every meal, 20 grams of protein at every meal, and then I have my snacks. So I'm going to go through with you guys really quick what my average day is. The questions here, we were kind of looking for a perfect day. A perfect day for me is a day when I meet my goals. And, um, I like to rack up as many perfect days as I possibly can. So for breakfast, it's an egg. It's incredible edible egg, right? 80 calories, 8 grams of protein. I throw in 2 of these babies. I don't always eat them both. But a brown and served turkey sausage. I like the links and the patties. They're not amazing. They have nitrates, I know. But actually, these don't have nitrates. They do have mechanically separated turkey, which I always found amusing in the ingredient list. 90 calories and 8 grams of protein for 2 of these. So you add your 80 calories and then your 90 calories, you got 170 calories, and you've got 18 grams of protein, which makes me a happy girl. Very close to my 20-gram deal. But that's my breakfast. It's super simple. Every single day, it's what I eat. Dinner is a different story. Dinner. I said dinner. My lunch is your dinner because I work third shift. So when you guys are eating dinner, you 8 to 5ers out there, I'm making my lunch. And that is a meal that I cook both for my husband and myself. And so I tend to, that's our big meal, if you will. I just brought up an example here real quick. This is actually an egg face recipe for turkey meatloaf. I don't know if you can see that. It's got little bits of mushroom and some onion and different things. It's actually kind of hefty. It's rather dense, but it is turkey and mushrooms and onions and all kinds of other special little ingredients, herbs and spices and whatnot. Very tasty. It even smells good. And, for turkey, I just put them in a mini meatloaf pan, mix 8 of them, and they were delicious. My husband ate 3 of them. And of course I had one, and those I think they were like 18 grams of protein, or no, they were 24 grams of protein and 210 calories, something along those lines. I just took all the ingredients, added them up in Spark People, and then divided by 8. And then dinner for me, which is usually between 2 and 3 a.m., is always going to be some sort of meat in a can. So it's either going to be sardines, which I happen to really like sardines. So it's either going to be a can of sardines, it's going to be a can of shredded chicken, a can of tuna. If it's the chicken or tuna, I take some brown mustard, stick it in a can, mix it all up, and then I will throw some Wasa sourdoughs. Now I like the sourdoughs because they're only 35 calories and they're a gram of protein each, plus 2 grams of fiber. I don't know about you guys, but fiber's been an issue for me. So those are my 3 meals. Very simple. My snacks, the morning snack between breakfast and lunch is always going to be a V8 or a glass of milk, one of the two. And that depends on my mood, really. It just depends on how I feel that day. My evening snack between lunch and dinner is always going to be a Muscle Milk Light. They're 100 calories, 15 grams of protein, no sugar. No sugar. Plus, try and show you, it's like sweating because it's hot. But look at all the vitamins. That's amazing. So yes, yum yum for vitamins. As far as the favorite foods, now I told you guys that I have a cheese obsession. It's gotten a lot better. But another egg face recipe that I just kind of changed to make my own. I make my own pizza, and I start with a tortilla like this one. This is La Tortilla Factory. There. They're low carb, high fiber. They're actually only 50 calories each, and they've got 7 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein. It's a little 8-inch tortilla, about this big. Throw that on a cookie sheet. I'll put on about a tablespoon of my Newman's Own Alfredo sauce. Come on, focus. Okay. So instead of using pizza sauce, which you can use as well, but I just prefer the white sauce, so I'll put some of this on, and this stuff tastes really good. And then I've got my reduced fat cheddar cheese. I don't ever buy shredded cheese. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you ever shred your own cheese, you'll notice that it tends to get kind of clumpy, like the shreds want to clump together. If you ever notice that shredded cheese from the grocery store doesn't clump, it's because they put an anti-clumping agent on it, which is just another chemical. And I think we have enough of those in our food as it is. Anyway, just my personal opinion. And then to finish it off, I'll throw some turkey pepperoni on there, usually with some onions, mushrooms, green peppers. Throw that baby in the oven, 350 for 10 minutes. 10 minutes. And it tastes like pizza. It's like a thin crust pizza. I could have got that in Chicago when I was living there. So good stuff. Very good stuff. And it's reasonable. I think it's like 120 calories for 2 slices. I cut it in 4. And I can usually only eat 2 of the slices. So 2 slices, like 140 calories, and I don't remember how much protein. Like I said, I just take ingredients, add them up on Spark People, and then figure it out. So that is my 2 cents for then and now for my favorite foods. I guess if I had to pick a favorite food now, I don't really have one. Turkey. I love turkey. I can do so much with my turkey, and I do a lot with turkey. So let me just make sure I got all of this. Yeah, and I don't really have a problem with dumping or textures now. Protein shakes don't bother me. The whey flavor doesn't bother me. So it's I try to keep around the same thing every day, and just if I can stay consistent, a perfect day for me is the day I meet my goals, and I do almost every day. So I love having a string of perfect days. It's a great feeling. So happy Saturday, you guys, and tune in tomorrow for Miss Rosemary. And this is Proof Weight Loss Surgery Works. Thanks, guys.